With the crossing of the Delaware River, a new adventure begins. A new state, new shoes, New Jersey. Let's go. The blessing of being in town was almost 20 hours of not wearing a backpack, good food, very restful stay at Church of the Mountain Hostel, which is the oldest running hostel on the Appalachian Trail. I believe they started with guests in 1976, and some years they have 15 to 1,600 people stay there. So wonderful outreach by that church. The one downside to being in town is that I now have more food, which means I'm carrying another 10 pounds of weight in the backpack. Full pack weight is 26 pounds with water and food, and about 2.5 pounds of that is water. For the first 6 miles of New Jersey, it is supposed to be all uphill, and I'm planning a little shorter day with 8 to 12 miles. We'll just see how it goes. So I'm about 440 miles in and have completed the states of West Virginia, Maryland, and now Pennsylvania. 10 more to go. I just met a gentleman who had hiked from here in Jersey down to Shenandoah. So he's done what I've done, but in reverse. Weather's nice at the moment. Maybe rain tonight or tomorrow. We'll work with that. I'm liking New Jersey so far. The trails are nice, and here's a first pond called Sunfish Pond. Apparently because of the high acidic content, there's only a few species of fish that can live in here. But it's really great to see water. The trail here is going right along the edge of the lake, which makes it really beautiful. Mr. Peanut Butter, a local guy who thru-hiked the Appalachian Trail in 2018, said in about 20 miles I'll get to start deli blazing in New Jersey and New York. White blazing is following the Appalachian Trail. Blue blazing are side trails to go see something or to go around a challenging section. Yellow blazing is when you take a car to skip sections of the trail that you don't really want to hike. Aqua blazing is when you take a river, like a kayak or raft, to do part of the trail. And deli blazing is when you only carry 2 days of food and you eat a deli sandwich and some ice cream every day. Sound good to you? This is Raccoon Ridge, a series of balds with blueberry bushes and just some nice views off to the side. Check this out. This lake that I am passing is because of some beavers. You can see how productive they are. Looks better than my chainsaw. I haven't been filming today because it's been wet and raining. I had the camera put away in the dry bag, but had a wonderful evening last night, and then the rain started in the early morning hours. A lot of time for solitude. Quiet and beautiful out here. Two of the thru-hikers I talked with back at the last hostel are probably quite a ways ahead by now. They started in Georgia and are moving pretty fast. This looks like another tree that's about to go down. After a day of cloud and mist, it's finally starting to clear up. More of Jersey. Just a couple miles from town, where I'm hoping to start deli blazing. This looks hopeful as deli blaze number 1. Yes, I think this is going to do just fine. Cool place too. Good morning. Even though it's only day 3, I think today is my last day in New Jersey. Then I'll hit another new state, New York. I don't think there's gonna be any deli blazing today. Be all white blazing. I'm planning 18 miles to get to the secret shelter. Oops, I don't think I was supposed to tell you about that. But it's a shelter that was started by a former AT thru-hiker who bought property near the trail and lets people come and stay in a little cabin there. Today's supposed to be beautiful weather, in contrast to yesterday, which was not. So I got to see a lot more of Jersey today. It's been a great state to hike in. Really nice section. I just turned on the Psalms to listen to on my Bible app, and there in the middle of the trail was a mom and young bear. Looked like a juvenile. I think it was mom. She looked to be about 300 pounds, and the little one was probably 150, maybe 100. So first bear sighting on the AT. Thank you, Lord. I was kind of hoping for that in New Jersey, but not expecting it. Beautiful animal, pure black. They saw me or smelled me and ran off real quick. Just climbed Sunrise Mountain, one of the highest peaks in New Jersey. There's this cool kind of shelter up here. I think for all of us, most of life has lived in the valleys. The mountaintop experiences are wonderful, but often few and far between. And on the Appalachian Trail, it's about the same most of the day. 10 hours a day is walking in the woods. Sometimes a clear path, sometimes a rocky path. And then every couple hours you might get to a water source or an overlook. Or today there's High Point State Park in New Jersey, and there's a lake there, so that'd be a fun place to hang out and have lunch. But at the risk of bursting anyone's bubble about the Appalachian Trail, most of the day, every day is just like this. And once a day or every couple days there'll be something really special. like seeing a bear. Here's one of those great views I was talking about. Got some lake in the distance. Well, stopped here for a snack and just saw 2 more bear run through the woods here at full speed, making a lot of racket in the leaves. Pretty cool. So maybe the AT is interesting some days. Each day is its own adventure. I want to do a survey here. You can put your comments below. What we're going to do is 4 would be for sure. 3 would be probably. 2 would be maybe. And 1 would be no way, never. So if you're hiking down the trail and you see an orange M&M in the trail like I did a couple days ago and it looks perfectly good, do you eat it? Do you pick it up and eat it? 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, yeah, of course. 1, no, not never. So put your comments below. So you're wondering what I did. I did what most thru-hikers would do. I picked it up and ate it. It's free calories, easy foraging. Go for it. It's a beautiful building here at the High Point State Park. Not exactly deli blazing, but was able to get a few snacks. This is High Point State Park in New Jersey on Cinco de Mayo. And kind of slow this time of year, but there's the monument showing the highest point in New Jersey. So I plan to go up there in just a few minutes, but obviously you can see all around. Getting within a couple miles of the shelter, just went up and over the High Point in New Jersey. This has really been a beautiful state. Trying to soak up all this green and blue sky. So the forecast has a 100% chance of rain for tomorrow and the next day, with up to an inch possible. So very thankful for Jim Murray, a former thru-hiker, who set up the secret shelter here on his property for hikers to stay. You can either camp or stay in a little cabin. And there's a donkey here on the property that's famous, that everybody loves. So a beautiful spot. There's the cabin and places to camp out. Well water and a privy. So Jake here has joined us for supper for the last 45 minutes. I think he really wants Spoon's peanut butter, and he keeps eyeing my vegetables. But anyway, we're enjoying his company. I think we're enjoying his company. Walking into the town of Unionville with all the school kids, except I'm not getting on the school bus. There's a place called Horler's General Store, which hopefully will be the next deli blaze stop. They open for breakfast at 6 a.m. It's supposed to rain all day today and tomorrow, so it'll be nice to get a good meal in before that starts. Here's the general store. I think last time I filmed it was a beautiful day in New Jersey, or maybe it was when I was getting some food. But yesterday it rained all day, and it was pretty much on the New Jersey-New York border. Went into Unionville, which is in New York, and stayed at the secret shelter, which was on Jim Murray's property, and saw a couple I hadn't seen in several days. Got to catch up with them. So by last evening, I was very cold, wet, and really cold. So I was glad to be able to share a shelter with 5 other people. Today's been actually quite dangerous. Entered New York, which was nice to get to a new state, second new state. But with all the rain, all this granite is really slick. I've already fallen once. And there's a precarious rock ledge that you've got to go over and descend with about a 15-20 foot drop. That I was just thankful to make it down. Thank you for your prayers. It's the first time I've been really scared that there might be a life-ending or trail-ending potential. But 4 miles left, only making a mile an hour today because it's so wet. And there's this sweet couple at a hotel down by the lake, down the mountain, and I'm going to plan on staying at their hotel the rest of the day and rest up and try to get warm and dry. So the Appalachian Trail can be an Appalachian trial. There's a book with that title. Definitely not for the faint of heart. Wow. By yesterday afternoon, everything I had pretty much except what I sleep in was cold and wet. And right after I got off the trail, there was sleet. You can imagine these granite rocks covered with lichen. When they're wet, they get incredibly slippery. So myself and 3 others that we sheltered together, we all got off to the Lakeside Lodge Motel in Greenwood, New York. A wonderful couple that hosted us there and did our laundry, gave us a ride to and from the trailhead. We had a nice comfortable bed. Went out on the town for a meal and just got everything clean and dry and warm and got some rest for these weary bones. And today's a beautiful day, as you can see. The rocks are dry, so it's a lot easier to maneuver. Thankful for that. I was really concerned yesterday as the first time I really was worried about getting injured. And the other people that hiked said the same thing. It was just a really dangerous crossing over some rocks that dropped away about 20 feet. But thank the Lord, all is good and healthy and able to hike. I got to watch my home church service online this morning before heading out here. So it's nice to see people from back home, even virtually. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hike on. Well, with over 500 miles in, this is my first pretty good waterfall. Really great one. On the pretty days, New York has a lot of lakes, which I enjoy seeing. It's been fun to hike around this one. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. I didn't say it before. So I'm hiking in the state of New York, and I think this coming up is the famous lemon squeezer. So when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So I don't know that I'll be able to film very much in here, but it's supposed to be a tight squeeze through these rocks. So far, so good. The lemon squeezer. Here's where the squeezing really starts. Bye for now. Barely enough room to get through with the pack on. It was rubbing on both sides. But kind of fun. Onward and upward. Hiking in the state of New York. It was cold last night, down to about 38. Supposed to get up to 65 today. There's a lake in the distance. It's supposed to be beautiful the rest of the week. So I'm looking forward to some really nice hiking weather. And today, Lord willing, we'll make it to Bear Mountain, and there's an overlook up there where apparently you can see New York City. We're that close if it stays clear like this. So it's a real treat to be hiking in nice weather today. First snake right in the middle of the trail. It's pretty surreal, but after climbing this mountain, I can see the skyline of New York City in the distance. There's probably even a better look from on top of Bear Mountain, but pretty impressive. It's also impressive that 15 million or so Americans live there, but it really seems so small from here. It's all a matter of perspective. This is the summit of Bear Mountain, and they've got this great tower over there so you can get an even better view. But I always love these evergreens up at elevation. The tower was closed, but one thing that's really exciting to thru hikers is trash cans. Get rid of your trail trash. Extra weight that you don't need. But beautiful day, well worth the hike. Bear Mountain, New York. Here's the bottom of the mountain and a beautiful park here. I'll be staying over at the Bear Mountain Inn nearby. Only 786 miles to Maine. Here's a welcome sight, the Bear Mountain Inn. You can smell the food already. Had a wonderful night rest at the Bear Mountain Inn. There's Bear Mountain, or at least part way up. You can't see the top from here. It's just a beautiful spot. There's a zoo on the other side of this that's not open yet, but you can walk right through the zoo, and they take care of injured animals, rescued animals. And officially the Appalachian Trail is right here, runs right through here. Another beautiful day to hike. Looking forward to it.